according to the National Electrician Contractor Association, for every 7,000 new electricians, 10,000 retire. That is unbelievable. And that's not nearly enough to keep up with the demand. But here at MoMinds, we're trying to close that gap. With our mobile trailers, we're bringing a unique way of learning. By taking the electrician directly to the student, we're not only planning to spark new interest in students and future careers of electricians, but also help communities that have a lack of electricians. Hi, I'm Omar, and I'm the CEO and CFO here at MoMinds. And join us in sparking a brighter future for electricians. Our team. As I said, I'm Omar, the CEO and CFO.
I'm Julio, the CMO.
I'm Armando, the CTO.
I'm Fernando, the secretary.
As we stated, for every 7,000 new electricians that join, 10,000 retire. And with this, the demand for electricians is expected to grow by 9% by the year 2030.
Our solution. So here at MoMinds, we've come up with a solution, which is to create mobile trailers. And right here we have a 3D model. Right here on the first model, we plan on having solar panels on top instead of using, for example, a generator that throws gases into the environment. And then on the inside, we plan on having like a workshop, for example, tables, chairs, electrician tools, TV, and instructions. And what we want to do with these trailers is we are looking for retired electricians or an electrician, and hopefully we can sell them our trailer and then partner with them to support them to go to schools and spark interest into the next generation. Our curriculum. So once we partner with them, we will support them by giving them assignments and, for example, tasks that they can go, when they go to these schools, they can teach them and hopefully spark interest.
Our environmental impact. Some environmental impacts that we could cause would be energy consumption, which would be used by our generators. And our solution would be solar panels to replace those generators. And for another impact would be our waste management for our custom trailers to be made. And we would be combating that with our recycling and reusing the materials we use. And some other impact would be pollution for transporting our trailers to our customers, and we could combat that with electric vehicles. This is our customer segment. This is Mark. He's a 48-year-old retired electrician, and he recognizes the demand and shortage of electricians here in California and wants a way to help.
Our customer relationships. We'll be getting our customers through our ad and our landing page. We'll be keeping them by sending them monthly emails, promotional discounts, and keeping them updated on our trailers and what kind of updates they could add into them. We'll be growing by posting more on social media like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Our 3-year plan. For the first year, we're planning to sell at least 5 trailers and market on 2 platforms, mainly being Instagram and YouTube. For our second year, we want to sell at least 15 trailers, while also targeting not just retired electricians, but also electricians. And for our third year, we want to sell at least 40 trailers and to have over 100K in each platform we market on.
Our potential pivots. Right now we have 2 pivots, whether if we want to be making our trailers and selling them and be like a middleman and connecting them with schools, or being a CTU program and partnering up with trade schools and offering our mobile trailer with our electrical tools.
Our market size. For the United States, our potential market would be 11 billion, and this market is targeting retired electricians in the United States. In California, it's around 101 million, and in Fresno, we're planning to have 2 million, with a conversion rate of 2%. Our costs, as you can see, most of our startup costs will be around development, will be 85% of our cost. The mobile trailer costs around 60K, and the other expenses would go into the law and the tools. As our SG&A, most of the expenses would go into actually the salary and the insurance. Our revenue, as you can see, we start off with 2 million, and year 2 we're planning to have around 2.4, with year 3 ending off in around 3.5. Thank you, and join us in sparking a brighter future for electricians.
I just want to say this incredible idea. It's something that you may not know that you've tripped on, that education for construction workers out in the field is a huge demand. I'm going to jump right kind of towards the end, pivot idea. With all the OSHA training, harassment training, things like that a construction manager in the field is responsible for doing, right? So you have somebody who's electricians, he's a supervisor out there, he doesn't know how to teach you sexual harassment or OSHA trainings or things like that. He just wants to go out and do his job that he knows how to do really well. And they're doing stand-up meetings out in the field all the time. If you could provide a company, you could go out and provide those trainings and be hired on by these contractors to go out and say, hey, teach my guys, just do what we gotta do to stay in compliant. That's massive. So huge pivot idea is just going out there and teaching and doing these compliance things that these construction companies have to do that they don't want to do or know how to do correctly. So that's just a pivot idea. So I was confused. Who's your customer?
So we're in the middle of actually pivoting, and we were targeting, in the beginning, we were targeting trade schools. Actually kind of being a pipeline for trade schools for students to say that college is not the only option, there's trade schools also. But right now, for this slide deck, we're targeting electricians, actually selling our trailers to electricians.
To an individual electrician, like a retired electrician, and then, so he's going to buy in. What's his cost to buy in?
Around 60K.
What's your cost of goods?
How much does it cost you to build the trailer and prep it for me?
Oh, well, we're selling the trailer for 80K, but to make it is 60.
So his buying is 80.
So his buying
They got
$80.
20, they got 20. So, all right, come on guys. You gotta make a trailer that can do everything you're talking about, that it can convert to a work trailer later and carry all the tools, and they can drive off with it once they get somebody taught, and that guy buys it from them.
I've said this from the beginning, you can take it or leave it, but you contract with local high schools and city colleges and universities. They pay you to be there for the week or the day, depending on what their budget is. You have a person who you pay, a retired electrician who just wants to do it to help give back. Sometimes you can donate their time because they want to help kids get involved with being an electrician or a plumber. You can do different types of trades. I've always thought, this is where I thought you guys were going to go, but you went more the sales route of selling trailers. It costs a lot more money, and you have to have a sales team, and it's a lot more startup costs, and you got to sell trailers at this point. Now you're becoming like a camper trailer seller at this point. You should ask how they're doing if you want to talk to those guys. They're not doing very well right now, to be honest. They're losing their hats. So I think where I see, and you can all disagree with me or agree with me, where I see the ongoing revenue stream and the value you're giving back to the community is educating the younger generation who doesn't think about even doing it in the first place. Give them a chance to do workshops. The university pays you, they get more students to enroll, like trade schools, they give you more money the next year because they had more enrollment, they expand the classes, they give you more money. That's where your recurring revenue stream and your value goes up, and so does your yearly revenue. There you go. That's how in my mind, it works. I don't know how right now this business model works, but if you tweak it to that, oh man, I really see a huge possibility of success.
And I think being an entrepreneur is being able to digest feedback and figure out. So, wonderful, wonderful idea. If you still want to work with electricians, be encouraged and sit there and say, we're going to work with the trade schools because it's an enrollment and our customer is the trade school. But now reach out to the electricians who want to sell their businesses who are retiring and sit there and say, hey, this is a pipeline for you. So like the more people that sort of can benefit from it, the more people will want to invest into the business. So again, like trying to take this feedback. Now it's really hard because you have 10 different people giving you 10 different feedback. But as an entrepreneur, is to try to put that together in something that you're passionate about and the market wants.
I also want to add to Judge Kent was into education. I come from CTE, and we were thinking to do a CTE on tour, like have a mobile card and go to different school sites and give the experience to our students. So have an experience in like construction, manufacturing, all these ideas we'll put on the table, and this is something that I see that could be a great opportunity for our young generations and for our CTE and trade school that you guys mentioned that, and I love that. I love the idea. if you go for education instead of building, the part that you will gain more revenues on that side.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.